Thank you, Madam President and members. Oakland and the East Bay lost a beloved community leader with the passing of Dorothy King on March 17th. Dorothy was for those of you familiar with Oakland, you'll know this, was the owner of the famous Everett and Jones Barbecue, who had locations not only in Jack London Square in Oakland, but also in East Oakland and in Berkeley. Dorothy was a fierce advocate for the homeless and a tireless community organizer. Her leadership and love for her community built Everett and Jones Barbecue into a vital East Bay fixture that hosted celebrities, athletes, elected officials, and helped thousands of community organizations and causes. Dorothy was born in Alabama. Her family moved to West Oakland as part of the Great Migration. She grew up in a community of people who took care of each other. Driven by her own experience with homelessness, she believed firmly that housing is a human right, and she fought tirelessly for housing for the homeless. She opened a home for children and women with Dignity Housing West in Oakland. Apologies. She was a trailblazer in organizing homeless women and children to turn abandoned homes into housing, once getting arrested for this work. She kicked down the door of a vacant house and stayed there until HUD agreed to give the building to the homeless for $1. She was once fired from her day job for coming here to the state capitol and lobbying. She would tell younger generations, the problem with kids today is you're too afraid to get arrested. She became the second-generation owner of Everett and Jones Barbecue, which was founded by her mother, Dorothy Everett, in 1973. She turned it into a thriving blues venue to support local musicians and a hub for community and political events. Her customers included our Vice President, Kamala Harris, former President Bill Clinton, Steph and Aisha Curry, Marshawn Lynch, Tyra Banks, many others. When news that then Congressman Senator Barack Obama would be our next president, she blocked off the whole street to host a block party. Excuse me, my glasses keep falling off. Masks, glasses. Everett and Jones was the go-to place for fundraisers for community organizations like the Oscar Grant Foundation and for East Bay elected officials' annual holiday parties and political fundraisers. And I myself have been to fundraisers at Everett and Jones for Jesse Jackson, Obama, Kamala Harris, Barbara Lee, Stacey Abrams, the National Lawyers Guild, local Dem clubs, and so many more. In Dorothy's view, the purpose of Everett and Jones was to be a launching pad for formerly incarcerated and formerly homeless community members. Dorothy would provide these folks with a hotel room, help them clean up, and then hire them. She provided meals for dozens of people experiencing homelessness every night after the restaurant had closed. When asked about her mother, her daughter, Dottie Moore, said, "My mom, a compassionate, a rebel, and can I say badass? Yeah, that was my mom." Her daughter, Dorcia White, described Dorothy as a truth teller with a knack for being able to command a room, whether discussing her business, politics, or social justice. Her daughter, Nina Moore, said simply, "My mom is for the people." Her children and grandchildren will continue to operate the restaurants. Dorothy is survived by her husband, John Jernigan, her sisters, her brother George, her 4 daughters, her 2 sons, her 9 grandchildren, and many other family members, as well as her beloved Yorkshire Terrier, Saucy. Dorothy, you will be missed.